What it means to be a parent educator itself is trying to make sure our clients are able to advocate for themselves. We give them the tools, we give them the education to know what to ask for whenever they are pregnant, whenever they are in their parenting stage, learn how to do their own parenting styles.
The Latched classes that we offer, we really try to meet the need of the parent. So at the end of every class, we ask them, number one, would you return? And number two, if there is something that you're wanting to learn about, what is it? The virtual component, we have streamlined it to a point of allowing our families to have access to the education. Moms don't necessarily always have the resources and education access in their immediate community. So that is another reason why we're always looking to reach out to our community partners, see where we can add more to the education, because it's so important.
So I have to say, our car seat safety inspection program is brand new. Before doing this training, we were giving out free car seats. But now going through the training, we learned you can give a free car seat, but does the family know how to use it correctly? We had, just for our trial day, 20 families come in. Not one of them had the car installed correctly. So to see that, again, just shows another need for our families on how we can help just keep children safe by educating the parents on the proper use of our car seats and also the quality car seats to provide. The material assistance program has blossomed quickly.
What we are building Latched to become is a one-stop shop for families. This goes back to when we went into a mom's home, and I specifically remember we drove up and we knew it was a mom that was potentially squatting. She was just having to go wherever she could to find shelter for herself. And when you looked around, it wasn't the preparations for the essentials of what she would even need for a safe place for the baby to even sleep. So from that moment, we realized we can't go in and just tell a mom, hey, we're here just to help you with breastfeeding. There's so many other stressors and things that the mom would be up against that breastfeeding would fall to the very end of her list. So that grew the material assistance program, and that we knew if we eliminated one of those stressors, it may help that mom's longevity of breastfeeding for the success for her breastfeeding journey for her and for her baby.
At first, we thought we just need to provide families with diapers because that's a gap that we saw our families really needed. And then from there, we noticed they needed help with period supplies, also food, and then clothing as well. We actually surveyed our clients and our families and said, hey, what is it that you really need? What are you struggling to get? And it was the basic essentials we take for granted. So throughout our material assistance program, we are able to provide these essential supplies to our families.
When we talk about our breastfeeding support, what that means is how can I successfully feed my child if I'm choosing to breastfeed them? And every woman is able to go into a pregnancy with the right education to at least try.
At 28 weeks of pregnancy, we really encourage moms to sit with one of our parent educators and talk about breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is so important because it offers so many benefits to both mom and baby. The longer that a mom breastfeeds, it decreases the baby's chance of developing cancer, hypertension, heart disease, asthma, and obesity later in life. The awesome part of being a lactation consultant, having worked in the hospital, we would see different situations where families would come in so ready to breastfeed, but something would happen within those first 3 days that they would go from completely breastfeeding to now strictly formula feeding before they've gone home. I call those hospital booby traps. Learning about the hospital booby traps really helps a mom get out of the hospital 100% breastfeeding, and then that way we can reach out to them again within 3 days after they discharge home to help them through the next breastfeeding hiccup.
So we give them the tools on how to do it, what steps to do, but they themselves will be the ones to speak up for themselves and tell the doctor, this is what I learned, this is what I want. And so that's what we meant by advocacy, making sure that they're able to speak up for themselves. So something I want future clients, hopefully, to know and get to know about Latched Support is just don't be afraid to just come in and sign up. Whatever you want help-wise, you could get the materials, and if you want to work your way up to actually talking with us as educators and helping you with the parenting role, You're more than welcome to come. We don't judge. We have open doors, and we don't have one set standard for each parent. Everyone's different. So we're going to treat everyone to their tailored needs.